McToon drops another fire track. I feel so cheap. Team Skeptic highlights what happens when you rock the boat with your employer. And Ballion shows what happens when a SovCit tries his script in court. Those stories and more today as the plot thickens. Rack focus. Good afternoon, everyone. Johnny O from the Plot Hole. My apologies for missing last week and being late this week. Life catches up. C'est la vie. You know what that means. Let's move on and get into today's episode. Speaking of life and what happens with the log allergy, Team Skeptic has an informative video about what happens when you refuse to follow your employer's guidelines.
God will forgive me. Because I'm being forced to do this.
Hey guys, and welcome to today's YouTube Idiots video. Today, we have a nurse Karen who lost her job because she refused to get the poke, even though her employer required it. But you know what they say, stupid is as Karen does. So let's begin. Oh yeah, I forgot. Due to the nature of this video, I must say that this video supports the current guidelines set forth by the WHO and the CDC regarding all COVID-19 mandates. Don't be an idiot. Go out and get vaccinated.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Hey, Allie.
Hey.
So, what are you trying to do? Are
Well-
you trying to get logged on to a computer, or?
I was gonna pick up some shifts and stuff. I just stopped to talk to her.
So you do not work here anymore. Sarah Beth had this conversation with you in detail. You talked to HR yesterday.
I did not quit and I was not fired.
And yet, you still don't have a job, Karen. It's funny how that works, isn't it?
There's no other option. There are only two options. I have not quit and I have not received a termination letter.
You may or may not have heard Karen in the first clip say that she was there to pick up some shifts, which probably means that her employer already removed her from the schedule. Karen, you're now on what we call unpaid vacation.
Hopefully this young lady figures it out. If you don't want to get the jab, then you can't work at a place that requires you to get the jab to work. Simple as that. People, please get vaccinated. With a little bit of effort on all of our part, we can help curb the spread of a deadly disease. So mask up, socially distance, and get the vaccine if you can. I'm sure we all remember this recent chart-topping hit single.
I don't even cuss, bro. I don't even cuss, bro.
Stupid shit.
McToon dropped another kicking track featuring everyone's second favorite Nathan.
That's my balls in his mouth. Yeah, you can suck my balls. Balls! Balls! In your mouth. Mouth. Balls! Balls! In your mouth. Mouth. That is my balls in your mouth.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Once you get past the lyrics, the tune is kind of jamming. I'm sure this one will be tearing up the charts soon. Shifting gears from one vile human to another vile human, Tom Rabbit has made a small side hustle out of documenting the crazy antics of one Darth Dawkins. As most of us already know, Darth Dawkins is nothing but a giant bully who's constantly looking at ways to surprise us with his depravity.
How many of you remember my game show? What is that?
What is that? Wait, what is your game show? What?
Oh, so you guys don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
On other Discord channels, I would do like weekly, what is that? And I would play game show music, and then I would do my own intro like I was a radio announcer, you know, or like these game show announcers. And then we would play theme music from like the dating game or match game, and then I would put up a photo of a YouTuber, and I would say, and I would ask, what is that? And you would have to tell me what it is. And if you get it, you would get an all expense paid trip, to some downtrodden place like Haiti or whatever.
Right.
And nobody ever got the prize because we couldn't figure out what it was. We couldn't figure out whether it was male or female. What is that?
That's a man.
What is that?
That's a man. He's right.
He should have made his bed, or it should have made its bed before coming on camera and used a little bit of conditioner in those split ends. Maybe a little bit of lipstick would have helped after that morning shave. And why is the light on the microwave on?
This goes on far too long as Darth Dawkins shows everyone why we should no longer platform him. Tom Rabbit was unceremoniously booted from the Politics and Religion Discord server because of this stunt. Though I don't think that'll stop Tom from continuing his documentation of Dawkins' bullshit. Yes, Darth, Tom still got that. Cajun Chef Keeping It Criminal continues to show why frauditors should be shamed.
Now, who is our criminal today? Well, if you wanted Wish.com Vanilla Ice, except without all of the music and any talent whatsoever, you would have Direct D. There's not much information about Direct D, other than the fact that he calls himself an auditor, that he doesn't hate police, only the bad ones, hint hint, and if you look at any of his videos, he's just a provoking, cop-watching fool that has nothing better to do with his life. You'll also find that he does what every other auditor does. He films people at their most vulnerable when they don't want him to be there, without their consent, or any sign-offs for him to use their images in his commercial use, such as uploading videos of himself. And this time, just like a college-age girl at a nightclub, he had to bring his posse with him to film his most recent arrest. Let's take a look.
2407 again, and 2387.
The video is going to look like potato quality because I wanted to make sure that the police department phone number is not listed on here. They posted it there so that way their viewers can call Flood, which is illegal. Also, if you watch the idiot in the gray shirt on the left-hand side, he is trying to film a young lady who's being arrested for some form of disturbance. One of her family members walks up and smacks the camera because she's clearly upset that her family member is going to jail and didn't invite this tool or the other one behind the camera that we're watching to stand around and be idiots.
That's my knee. Hey, I don't gotta go nowhere. That's my knee.
That is not assault. You provoked her, she reacted, and you're about to get what you deserve.
I see that Kick is sporting some spiffy new glasses. Now this frauditor makes sure that he gets a nice stay in the think tank. Frauditor watcher Ballion brings us the goods when he released his video demonstrating what happens to a frauditor when he tries his shtick in court.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today's video will be a little different. Some of you may remember this SovCit from last year. I covered one of his court appearances, the one where he was removed by security and then went on a 10-minute rant outside the court. Well, the court, in particular Judge Jeremy Richardson QC, one of Britain's most senior judges, has finally had enough of him and handed down a damning 35-page judgment over a Facebook contempt trial. Now, I'm not going to read the whole judgment, instead I will be going over the highlights, but I will drop a link to the full judgment in the description for those who would like to read it in full, and at their own leisure, which I urge you to do.
For the full analysis, be sure to head over to Ballion's channel. Make sure you tell him Johnny O sent you. Finally, with the recent events surrounding, let's just say, missing people, several creators have decided to exploit this situation for their own gain. Brainy Beaver released this video in response.
The year 2021, the month September. You have no content when suddenly a girl goes missing. The news is alight. Do you A, flip tarot cards, coming up with nonsense like you sense there was a struggle, because apparently that's in question? Do you B, sleuth your way through Grand Teton National Park, drawing lines around everything you can come in contact with? Or do you C, tap into the ether and speak directly with the lost spirits? Well, the answer is actually D, all of the above. So stay with me for a minute while we dive into what I think is frankly, crash clickbait on YouTube.
Brainy Beaver takes his time to point out the exploitation of a family's pain and suffering as tarot card readers, spiritual communicators, and hack journalists attempt to cash in on a hot topic. First and foremost, let me say this. Yes, creating content on YouTube is a difficult game, and that does require that we speak about things that are commonly searched or at least popular in the public eye. The case that I won't mention was a trending topic on several search outlets, so I'm not going to hold that against content creators for selecting this topic for content creation. However, what I find disgusting is the utter filth that abuse their positions by exploiting a missing persons case. Tarot card readers and psychics are some of the sleaziest members of our society. They prey on those who are suffering from grief, loss, pain, etc. in order to get money. They're nothing but con artists who use the cold read in order to hone in on their victims' pain and suffering and insecurities in order to milk them dry of every bit of money that they have, and sometimes of money they don't have. Take the tarot card reader in Brainy Beaver's video. That woman was terrible at her nonsense. She even had to go so far as to Google one of her tarot cards. She said to Google a simple word, rift. I mean, really? How bad are you at your con that you had to use technology in order to help out something that's supposed to be spiritual? And then the guy using that Atari 2600 hooked up to a light bright. How low do you have to stoop in order to take advantage of people? I'll leave you with this as the best way to handle con artists.
We decided to tap into the spirit of female FTFE and find out what Mallory did to her. Female FTFE, we're here to find what happened to you. I would like you to talk to me. Tell me what Mallory did to you. Okay, I think you said the cunt was taking my euros. Listen, I know that word gets brandied around a lot in England, but this is a bit of a strong word over here. If we could try to keep it PG at best. Can you tell me more about what happened to you, female FTFE? We're trying to help you, trying to discover what happened. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what the IKEA meatballs have to do with this tragedy, but they are pretty good. I mean, for f***'s sakes, can you tell me what Mallory did to you? You know what? This is really incredible. Here, give me a second. Let me adjust the camera. I need to get more of this for science. Oh shit! No. Shit. Well, that didn't work. I had a whole idea for like a merch line and everything. Find female FTFE, but that's all out the window now.
This is why I cover channels that deal with debunking snake oil salesmen and con artists bullshit. I won't address the hack journalism, as I've said everything I have to say on that topic, on that subject. We're just going to leave that one alone. It was egregious, enough said. Ultimately, what a content creator decides to make videos about is up to the creator. I understand how difficult this YouTube game is. It's tough, I get it. But let's not do what these people in Brainy Beaver's video did. Let's not exploit a situation simply for monetary gain or simply to stay relevant. And that's our show. If you enjoyed yourself, do hit that like button on your way to the next video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and click that bell. That way you get notified every time I put out a new video. I want to send a special shout out to all my channel members and patrons, as your support means the world to me. I couldn't do this show without you. You guys help me justify doing all this to the wife. Thank you very much. As always, I'm Johnny O, and I'll be sure to keep you updated as the plot thickens.